Good morning, students. This is Mrs. Daniel for Mrs. Alvarado. And we welcome to Spanish 2-3, Unit 29. This is session 14, week 15 of Spanish 2-3. We're going to begin today, even though we're missing some students, because we have testing this week for many of our students. And so most of you will be watching this via the recording. But let's go ahead and begin by taking a look at the calendar. As you can see by our calendar, next week is the last week in April. We're going to be covering a regular unit with your essential question due on Friday as usual. We're going to be covering vocabulary, shopping, and all of the terms that you would use if you go shopping. That's very useful. And we're also going to be covering the formal commands under our grammar section. So the essential question that you'll be answering and submitting to me on Friday will be, how do we form formal commands in Spanish? Also, don't forget to provide an example. When you do that, be complete and thorough in your example, and you may want to compare that to the two commands as well, which we'll be doing in class today, because sometimes these are confused. All right, so let's go ahead and begin with our vocabulary practice, the terms we would use to go shopping in Spanish. We're going to begin by just reviewing the words. I'll pronounce them, and you repeat after me so that you can hear those sounds of the language and get your tongue wrapped around them. Remember, we use some of the same and some of different sounds in English from Spanish. And so try to imitate the sounds as you repeat them. Barato, cheap or inexpensive. Carro, expensive. La cartera, that's the wallet. Some more words that you'll be using. La tarjeta de crédito, the credit card. El cheque, the check. Many of us don't use paper checks anymore. El efectivo, cash is when you pay in cash using bills and coins. El billete is the bill. La moneda is the coin, so a $1 bill would be billete. A quarter or a peso would be la moneda. El débito, that would be using your debit card. And next, some places you might go shopping. El mercado, the market. El supermercado, supermarket, be a larger place where you're probably accustomed to going. Here, la tienda is the store. It could be any kind of little shop or store. La librería is a bookstore, like a Barnes & Noble perhaps. La mueblería, the furniture store. Mueble is furniture. El centro comercial. El centro comercial, that's the mall. La farmacia, farmacia, the drugstore. La panadería, the bakery or bread store. Often in smaller towns, especially in Mexico or other Latin American countries, you'll find little stores for each item. as opposed to having a large store with many different kinds of items. Here are some verbs you would use when shopping. Regatear, to bargain or haggle, to make a deal with a vendor. Negociar is to negotiate. This would be in a more formal sense than bargaining. Ir de compras, that's to go shopping. Ir, to go. De compras, shopping. Buscar, to look for. Gastar dinero, gastar, to spend money. Pagar, to pay for. Ahorrar, I hope you're doing this, saving some money, to save. Now, let's see how well you've picked up some of these.